Okay, so I'm going to keep going diarrhea of the mouth since this discussion of ARP is actually getting me some interaction with real people. Full disclosure, I did not realize that the ARP program had been really damaging to some men until much later. I actually advocated for an ARP program to be set up when I lived in Cutbank, Montana, to help the people in Browning, Montana, where there were actual addiction problems, like to drugs and alcohol, as is traditionally found in Alcoholics Anonymous. And I think I'd heard that there wasn't an AA group in Browning, and, to help members of the church who were struggling with this, I thought it was better than nothing. Then I found out from a Mormon Stories with John DeLynn just how devastating this program had been, especially to men. So back to my experience in Lansing, Michigan, prior serving as a facilitator. You know how Martin Luther was a zealot? Like, he used to wear a hair shirt and he'd beat himself with a whip? That's what the ARP programs felt like to me. These men would just come in and, berate themselves in front of us. And then they turned to me like, okay, now, Katie, that you've defeated your sex addiction, what are you working on now? And I had to come up with some kind of answer about what sin I was struggling with. And so it was like, food addiction. I have thyroid disease, and I'm addicted to dairy. Because, we go through the 12-step program, and that was supposed to heal whatever it was you were addicted to. And so now we're going to work on something else. Like, I'm not supposed to eat wheat. Let's work on that. I felt put on the spot. Like, why is it any of your business to hold me accountable to you? And why is it any of my business to hold you accountable to me? It seems like there's an unneeded middleman here. And again, as church leaders have so wonderfully described it, we are all performing open heart surgery on each other, and none of us are surgeons. It got to where I really hated the calling, and I had to bribe myself, okay, if I go tonight, I will give myself some McDonald's on the way home, so that I would make myself go, because I hated it so much. And yet, everybody loved me. The participants loved me, the missionary couple loved me, and I felt really bad that I was not loving it. And so when my husband and I decided to move, and everybody was so sad, and they gave me a farewell party, I was so happy to have a reason to get the heck out of ARP, because I could not have gotten out of that calling otherwise, I don't think. Group therapy does work in other settings, but not in the intimacy of the Mormon setting. It just is wrong.